So she's a bit windy today, and I went down to the park and noticed that there was a few Bunya pine cones that had come down in the wind. That one there is 6.2 kilos. This one back up here, that guy, he's 5'6" or something, 5'7" kilos. So pretty heavy, you don't want it to fall on your head. And then there was this one here, which is it was up to here. It was a half one, it was about up to there. So I've taken off that much, and already I've got that many nuts. So they're pretty big. And yeah, supposed to be good eating, so we'll give them a go. So to peel them, it's once they're cracked open, you can hit them with an axe or something. You just peel them off bit by bit like that, and that one's a dud. Okay, so they're not in every single one, but they're in 90% of them. So there we go. Pops out. Really easy to do. You just peel them off individually, and another dud. I'll turn away. And there we go. So easy peasy to do. Look at that. So yeah, I'll finish stripping this one down, and we'll see how many we get out of a half. Bit thin. I was just watching a bit of YouTube this morning about how to prepare them. You can make fritters out of them, but I'm just going to go for the old roasted, salted, honey roasted probably. Oh, there's some beauties coming out here at the end. Look at that. Bit like a pine nut. Not from a pine tree, these aren't actually pine trees, but no good. But they're bigger than the biggest pine cone and heavier. I read somewhere 18 kilo they can get to. What was this one? 6.2. Well, that one was 6.2. Ow! And then I read somewhere else, they're a bit spiky too. Look at those little buggers on there. They're like a monkey puzzle tree, same family. Oh. See, some of them do that. You just get this little wee, didn't quite form thing in there. That's not good to us. But yeah, I read in other places that they're more like 10 kilo. Which seems right. If this one's 6.2, I can't imagine they're going to go 18, because that's like 3 times the size and the weight, which is insane. So the one that is down by our local park, Yatton Park it's called, is got a sign on it, and it says obviously stay away, don't get underneath this tree, because if one of these lands on your head it's pretty much all over. But it's it says that that particular individual in Yatton Park is the biggest one of these in New Zealand. Oh shit. Easily done. Is the biggest one of these in New Zealand, and so that's why these cones are actually pretty big. I've said the ones online are that the people are preparing aren't quite as big looking as these. I think that's about all we're going to get out of this. But it's a fairly hefty sort of a cone. And that's what you're left with at the end. So yeah, this is what we got. And that's out of half, or maybe 3/4 of one. So pretty prolific. So you can stick these directly on the fire, and they'll crack open, and you can roast them that way. You can use those industrial pipe cutting, PVC cutting grips, and cut through them. Secateurs, cut through them. Boil them, all sorts of things. You'll see them all on YouTube there, what they do. But I'm just going to try cracking them open, and maybe honey roast might be the go. We've got a big macadamia tree out the front of our property too, so we threw most of those away last year because they were such a pain to open, but I've since found a few easy ways to open macadamias, so I might give that a bill. But let's see if we can do the same principle with these, and yeah, see how we get on. Oh, look at the mess. Oh, I need a broom.